Hello, I hope life is treating you well. Welcome to Freestyle Tactics, where we inspire you to go beyond your limits to take your writing and your life to the next level. Today, we're gonna look at the single action that can help you improve your writing almost instantly, and that is documenting. You might wonder, how can documenting help my writing? Simple. By documenting, you become aware of what's going on. You become a spectator of what you're doing. You take perspective. Writing requires to be in the moment, to be fully focused. And sometimes it's hard to step back and to see where we make mistakes. And documenting helps you to do just that. Take perspective. Take a step back so you can analyze and understand what's going wrong. And so for the next session, you can improve and learn from your mistakes. As simple as that. By documenting what you do, you're gonna improve much faster. There are actually two ways to document writing and life in general. That is using video by filming your writing, and the second one is by writing pen on paper, like a good old journal, journaling your journey in BMX. That can be huge, and we're gonna see right now how it's all done and how those two techniques can help you to improve everything you do. Let's go. Documenting with video, with filming. Here are the 5 ways to be able to get the full benefits of using videos. First, observation. Watch the videos and take notes. Take notes of what you think goes wrong. So for the next session, you got a plan. You know what to work on. When you go into the next session, you took notes the night before or 2 days ago, and you know what you got to work on. And you'll see, you'll improve straight away. Second, analysis. When you film your session every day, and when you look at the videos not to entertain you but to analyze the videos, you can discover where things went wrong. They do it in all sports. Might be basketball, football, running. They watch what they did so they can improve. It can also show you your negative habits that you might have. You might always fall the same way because you always do the same thing. If you repeat your mistakes, the end results gonna get the same. That's obvious, right? That's the first point. You go on a deeper level of what is going wrong. Note your position, your bike placements, how you hold your seat, how you hold your bars, everything, every little details count. How you balance your leg or your arms in the air, whatever position you're in. Then the third point is comparison and evaluation. Compare with the best, because it's all cool to watch YouTube all day and get entertained with the best guys' videos, the best pros. I gotta confess, I do it too, I love watching videos. It's just awesome to see those guys rip. But when you get more into the analysis of things, and when you start looking at these videos of the guys you love, that's where you understand how they do things. They might not explain it to you, like giving you directions and everything, but the thing is, they show you how they do it. Just slow-mo the video. Look at how they position their arms in the air, how they keep a certain balance point, how they hold their seat. If you grab the nose of the seat or the back of the seat, you might not have the same result. Look at how the pros do it, and these are your best teachers to learn tricks. And by documenting your own writing, you can then compare your own with the best and see what you do wrong. And that's gonna help you tremendously to improve. You don't even know most of the time. We don't really analyze what's going on when we watch a video. We are spectators. But if you put yourself in the driver's seat as an actor and actively watch those videos and see what they do and how they do, you can implement that to your own writing and instantly improve. There's no secret. That's how the best did it. They watched their videos over and over again, and somehow it ingrained in their head. You can actually see why the pros succeed where you fail. And that's a big one. That's a really big one. When you compare You're not saying, oh, I'm bad and those guys are good. You're saying, all right, that's how they do it, and that's how I can do it to improve and maybe not get as good as these guys, but get there, get on the way. Because that's the most important. That's the thing. When you know what's wrong, it's easier to improve. And video brings awareness to that. With video, you can assess where you are at the moment, and it will help you get where you want to go. Compare with other writing. Evaluate where you are in the progression. Just give yourself numbers, Yesterday I tried 10 times. How many times did I succeed? And it's all recorded in the video. So it's a simple exercise of noting. And today might be 4 out of 10 where you succeeded. Tomorrow might be 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 out of 10. So that's also another way to figure out your progression. By filming every day, every other session, you can see how you progress and you build confidence. And that's also another great tool. The fourth point to implement video and documenting by filming your writing is feedback. Feedback is really important. If you can get someone to help you determine what's good and what's not, someone that's better than you and can help you analyze those videos, that's gonna help you tremendously. That's gonna make your progression much faster even than just using video. If someone can help you, kinda coach you and help you use that material to get better, try to get that someone to work with you. And most important point in using video is revision. Revision and change. Because becoming aware of what's wrong is one thing. That's great, that's fine. But if you keep doing things the same way, you're gonna get the same results. So in order to improve and to get things rolling and get better every day, you gotta make revisions to your plan. And that's where video is gonna help. Because every day you're gonna see your progress. Every day you're gonna witness that your work is paying. Week after week, you revise your plans, you get your goals higher and higher, and step by step, you build your confidence, you build your writing, you build your style, and eventually you're gonna bring originality in the mix, but that's another story. And that's just gonna help you build your future sessions a lot easier, a lot better. Everything will be simpler and clearer. And that's the way you implement documenting with video. And that's the way you get all the benefits from it. So now let's look at writing. Let's see how documenting your writing by journaling can help you improve your writing and your life in general, because that can be applied to anything that you do, any passion that you might have. This works as well. Where video is really gonna help you to fine-tune your writing and go into the details, journaling, on the other side, the second tool that I'm gonna tell you about, is more about the broad perspective, the big picture. Goals you're gonna set up and the goals you're gonna go after, and in that way, they're gonna be complementing each other. When you mix those two tools together, then boom, your writing is gonna explode. You might not see it in the short term, but in long term, when you look at it, when you assess what you've done and what you're about to do and the results you're gonna get, well, you're gonna see a big difference. A big difference. Because journaling is gonna help you set goals, assess where you are in your progression towards these goals, and track your progress over time. And then you'll be able to build your self-confidence as you'll be able to see and become aware once again. Those tools, videos, and journaling, they help you become aware of what's going on in your writing and in your life so you can improve and get things better. And when you know what's wrong, when you realize what you've been doing for so long is not the right way, then it's easier to fix up, easier than let it remain the same. So let's look at how journaling is gonna help you. Let's see how it all works and what are the benefits. First, what you write, you learn. What you write, you learn. Writing on paper is actually a way to ingrain ideas in your brain. And with writing, when you write down what you want to do, let's say you want to learn this trick or a combo idea you might have, once it's written down, you can get into your session and you perfectly know what you got to do because you wrote it down, that's your plan, and you stick to it. And that way, you're not confused or your mind doesn't wander someplace else. You just focus on what you gotta do because it's written down on your paper and you know you gotta get to it. And that's how you get results. Once you got goals set up, you work on them, and that's how you achieve your goals, you know? What you write, you learn, because what you write on paper ingrains in your brain and it becomes a part of you. It helps you remember what you gotta do, and when you're a bit out of focus or overwhelmed, just get back to the plan. It is written down, you made that effort, just gotta get back to it, as simple as that. What you write, you control. That means writing on paper helps you to focus. As I said, it helps you to focus and stay focused. That's one of the biggest benefits of journaling, because as you track what you do day after day, it also helps you to stay on track. You stay on track because you know where you're going, you take it step by step, and you work towards your goal slowly but surely, and a lot better than if you were not keeping track of things. Because when you don't keep track of things, your mind's gonna go someplace else. You know, you might have someone call you and say, hey, you wanna hang out? Yeah, why not? And down the drain the session goes. And you don't want that. If you wanna get results, you wanna stick to it, work on it, and writing on paper helps you to control what you wanna do, helps you to control your life. When you journal, you're more likely to achieve your goals. As I said, you ingrain the idea by writing it, it gets you focused on your idea, and then it's easier to achieve these goals because it becomes a part of you. You really want to get into it, you got it in your mind, and you go all the way to get things done. Simple. Journaling really helps you to clarify your ideas as well. You just throw down everything on there. Don't think about anything. Just write and write and write what you've done, where you want to go. Put everything down, and that's going to help you see everything a lot clearer. You're going to see all these ideas, get some of them together in groups, sort them out, see what you really want to do, the things you don't want to do. Writing in a journal also helps you to reflect. You know, as I said earlier, you can go back to the journal and see what you've done so far, how far you went towards your goal, what you've done, and where you want to go. Once again, it helps you reassess, see what can be changed, what can be kept, because there might be some things that are good already that you don't want to change. You don't have to change everything all the time. Keep doing what works. What doesn't, just change it. Just try something else until you find what works. Writing down is also going to help you consider what are the next steps. What are the steps you got to take? Get closer to the big goals you set up in the beginning. As you reflect, as you assess, as you see what worked and what didn't, then it's easier to set up the next step. Say, all right, I'm this far learning this combo. Let's say you got a combo with 5 tricks. You got 4 down, you got 1 more to go. Then just focus on that one. Work it, work it, work it. Practice until you get it down and you can incorporate it in your actual 5 tricks combo. Pretty simple. As I said too with video, keeping track of your writing is going to help you build your self-confidence. As you see the progress you make over time, might be in couple weeks, couple months, get back to those early pages. See how far you're in that path toward your goal. See how far you went. Damn, you've been writing all these days, weeks, months. Look how far you went already. This is progress. This is what you want to build your confidence on, and not worry about, oh, I'm not there yet. That way, you don't measure yourself against the other guys. You know, you measure yourself against yourself 6 months ago. How far have you been? You can see the progress over time and not get your mind into negative talk like, oh, I'm not as good as these guys, or I haven't reached my goal yet. Well, at least you're working on it. And as you document all this, you can see your progress, and that's where you can build up and get things developed over time. And that's how you get better. That's how you get better faster as well, because you don't let your mind wander about why you're not as good as you wish or why the other guys are progressing faster. No, you just journal and see what works, what doesn't, and you keep doing what works and you build. You build over time and you're gonna get these results at some point. It might take weeks, month, or even years. Look at some pros, you know? Some of the best guys been riding for 20 years. But with these techniques I'm teaching you, well, you're gonna shortcut many years. Some of these guys, they were riding way before internet. You know, having a camera or any of that stuff was really expensive. They couldn't afford to film themselves. That's what they do now, but you know, when they started riding, that's not what they were doing. Or even with 4 or 5 years of riding, that's not like an habit they had, you know, to film themselves and to use video to progress. Or journaling. Flatland is a long-term exercise, and sometimes you can get frustrated because you're not getting results in weeks, in months. You might get results way after you started trying something, and that can get frustrating. And that's where journaling is really helping, because you can see your progress and you can keep a perspective. You get a perspective of the big picture. You get a perspective of your progress, and that way you don't get demotivated. You keep your motivation strong. You see how good you're getting. You see that you're working on it. You're not chilling in your sofa watching videos or looking at YouTube, and you're working on it. You're on it, and that way you keep your motivation on fire. And that's what we want. If you want progress, if you lose motivation, then you're done. Nothing's gonna happen. Let's see how practically you're gonna do to work on your journal. First off, you wanna set up goals. Write down these goals that you wanna reach within a time frame. That means, let's say, within a year, I'm gonna reach these goals. I'm gonna do these combos, or I'm gonna get these results at a contest. Whatever your goals are, whatever you want to achieve, write them down, clear. Maybe in the front cover of your, if you have like a notebook, get that. Write down your goals on a page. Everything you want to achieve, write it down. List everything. Go big, have big dreams. Write down your hopes, write down the tricks, write down everything. Everything that you wish you want to get achieved within that time frame. That's really important that you set up a deadline for yourself. Because if you don't have a time frame, life takes a stall and things just run, and you don't put pressure on yourself. And if you want to get anything achieved, you need pressure at some point. Just when you get homework, oh, I gotta get this done by Tuesday. All right, let's get working on it. So give yourself deadlines, and that's the way you're gonna make progress. When you got a set time frame, when you got a set deadline, let's say I want to be world champion in 2019, whatever, you know, just out of my mind. Well, write it down. And once your goal is set, figure out how you can get there. Figure out what's needed. Figure out different steps. Whatever the size of your dream, whatever the size of your goal, if you break it down in smaller pieces, that's gonna get a lot easier to work on. And that's where journaling helps you day in, day out, because you're gonna focus on those smaller objectives, on the smaller goals, to build like a Lego, you know, like Lego bricks. You get that one Lego, this other Lego, and then you build and you make yourself more Lego bricks so you can add them up, and at the end you got this big ass castle with all these bricks that you put one by one on top of each other to build slowly but surely. And when you break it down into these little atoms, into these little bricks, then it's not overwhelming anymore. Those big dreams, they become accessible. You can make them real for yourself because you don't focus on the big thing. You focus on really smaller things, the little steps, step by step. And that's where journaling is really important, because you can see the little progress you make. You can define the next steps. You can assess where you are, where you want to go, how long you still gotta work, and how far you still gotta go to get to those goals, to achieve your big dreams. Also, look into the future. Tracking your progress is one thing, and do it every day. Do it every day and be grateful. Let's say, oh, I'm so happy I pulled that new 360 move. That's awesome. Write it down. In a couple weeks or next month, get back to it and see where you're at now. Last month, you made that 360 move, but now look where you are. Now you mastered that move and you moved on to something new. That's awesome. That's one thing. Assess your progress, but also project yourself in the future. Setting these goals is one thing, but from now to the big dream, there's still a big way. So figure out what you want to do in between. What are the steps? Once again, what are the steps to the goals? Break it down into smaller pieces. So you look back to the past, what you've done. You look into the future, what you're about to do, but you also look in the present, what you want to do now. What are your plans for now? The next couple minutes. Journaling is a good way to be reflective about what you've accomplished, what you want to do in the future, and what you want to do now. That's really helping out. Also, journaling is a good way to see what's on your way, what's keeping you from getting to these goals. What are the problems you see? What are the problems you meet? What is the wall you get into? What takes you from getting to these goals? So write this down as well and find solutions, because for every problem, there's a solution. If you look at it as a problem, if you look at it as a failure, you're not gonna get anywhere. Use those failures, use those walls, and find ways to get around it. A wall, you can get over it, under it, around it, on the side, on the left, on the right. Many different ways to get out of problems. So use that as a way to progress. Once again, use obstacles as a way. Journaling also helps you to keep track. Let's say you're working on a combo and you want to get it consistent. You're going to give yourself a goal of trying 10 times, for example, and you're going to do it 6 times out of 10. Write it down. Oh, today I done 6 times out of 10 this combo. Tomorrow I'm aiming for 7, or tomorrow I'm aiming for 8, or whatever. And that way you can keep track of your progress over time, because tomorrow you might hit the 8 or you might hit the 5. It don't matter. You might not be in such a good form that day, tired because you wrote too much the day prior. Just keep track of your progress over time. I think that's one of the main benefits right there, is keeping track and seeing your progress over time. Journaling can also be a way to work on intangible goals, like your happiness, like your relation with people. It can be a way to discharge what you got on your mind as well. It's not only about writing. It's not only about BMX. It can be about your life as well. You can, use it as a personal thing to grow up, to help you see more clearly. So it has way more benefits than just for writing. It can be applied to your whole life. It definitely brings clarity to your thoughts. It definitely gives you focus, and it definitely helps you get toward your goals, whatever they are, not only writing wise, but also life wise. So that can be a great tool that you can use. Journaling with your goals in mind is already a big step to getting them achieved, to getting things done. Because you put this idea in your brain, you keep track of it, you assess your progress, you see how things evolve, you see everything you've been working on gets results. It brings that energy, it makes you feel like you want more, because you know what you do, you know it gets results, and you want to get more of that. That's for sure. You reach goals that you never thought were possible, and that's awesome because it's all written down, and again, you can get back to it and see everything that has been achieved, so you can bring more and bigger goals together. You can make things happen, and that's the beauty of it. It's a never-ending process. Whatever your goals are, once they're reached, it's not the end of the road. There might be another path to follow. There might be another dream you never thought of, and that opens doors. And that's the great magic of it. That's where video and journaling really helps you achieve what you want to. They also open doors. You might be filming this practice session and you might fall on the ground in a certain position. And when you look at the video, it's like, oh, I could have done this, or I could have done that. And it's the same with journaling, you might write something down, an idea that pops up while you're focusing on your goals and writing down what you want to do in your next session, writing down all your dream tricks, and something might just pop up in your head and you're like, whoa, I never thought of that. And that would have never happened if you didn't keep a journal or if you didn't film. So I really encourage you to use those 2 tools, and you'll see dramatic results. Let me tell you, you're gonna shortcut so many years of writing because of that, because of those 2 tools that you can use, and that one action that is documenting. Document for yourself. It's not for the other people. We don't care. It's for you, and you will feel the difference. You will feel the difference straight away. In the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks, the next couple months and years, documenting with video and with journal is gonna bring you tremendous results. So get that into your life and see for yourself. See for yourself. Try it out. Try it out. Do it every day. And that's the same as with Flatland or anything in life. With consistency comes results. When you do something every day and you keep at it, that's when you're gonna see results. Just do it. That's simple as that. If you found value in this video, please share. Thumb up. Also, you can subscribe to this channel. We're gonna bring you a lot more of these contents. We're gonna bring you a lot more value. We want you to progress. We want you to feel inspired. We want you to get better, because BMX, it's an incredible school of life, and we want to share all that with you, all that we've learned over the years. You know, we're talking 20 plus years of experience on a bike. I'm really happy I could bring all these tips, and if you want more, subscribe and spread the word. Share with your friends. Do it right now. Share it with 3 friends. I'll be really happy if someone can benefit from this video and from all these tips. Until then, enjoy, put in the work, get those results. Write down your own goals in the comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to see more of, and we'll get back to you with a video that answers all these questions. Until then, see ya. I'll talk to you later, tacticians. Peace.